So alternative pop.
Guy.
You can't curse. Now I gotta bleep that out. We can't cuss from in the first minute or two on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, they made that like a new rule where
Why the is that a rule?
they'll they'll demonetize your video for
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
Yeah. I mean YouTube's not happy about it, but it's
That's so weird. That's such a weird rule.
the way she goes, I guess. The way she goes. Damn it! I wish Stevie was here. I can't walk away and get a drink with one other person. That's the thing that sucks about when it's just me and Stevie, is that there's no room to fall out of the conversation.
Oh yeah, that's your favorite thing to do mid podcast. Is let me go smoke a cig real quick.
Yeah, I can't do that. I haven't been able to do that for episodes. And then when I was able to walk away the other day or the other week, I was like, damn.
You're like, this is nice.
Yeah. And I finally got the new episode uploaded today.
Of the last pod?
Yeah.
That's hella funny.
6 days late. Trash. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm
Program
sorry.
director over here slacking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Here, I'll make up for it, and I'll announce something I tried to do a long time ago, and then we fucked it up. But we're going to start doing giveaways. What's up? We just saw a Marvel movie today, and now we're about to give away the Ant-Man Quantumania poster. Let's go. So if you subscribe to us, if you comment on this video or any other video, that's all those are entries. And we will give this away at the end of the month. What day is it? It's early May.
Yeah, early May. You got a whole month.
Yeah, so at the end of May. This is our May poster right here.
And it's a collector's item.
Even though it's a March movie.
Yeah.
Or February. God dang. But we got more posters to give away. Don't worry. But
if there's anything you know about poster printing, posters that size are not cheap.
They are official licensed posters. They are the real deal.
You're not even supposed to have them technically.
Yeah, technically, but I won't get into that.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
He has a movie plug. I'm chilling, man. You know, just figuring life out in my late 20s, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
Been existential lately.
But then you're going to hit late 30s at one point and be like, nah, I'm figuring it out.
Yeah. It's not that I'm not, you know, it's a good topic because it's not that
I'm not leaving. I'm just grabbing my drink off the table.
Okay, here we go. It's not that I'm not, that I'm trying to figure anything out because I feel like I'm at a point where I figured something out and it's kind of just on autopilot a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just have to wait and be patient and show up. I have to show up 100% at this point in my life right now, mentally and creatively, which isn't that hard because we've been put through a lot of tests over the years, just doing stuff for ourselves that's made this type of stuff easy. One day, you know, me and Corey will do another sub podcast. I've been wanting to do one for rap and design where we kind of go back and dive into old projects of ours. We have a ton of, I don't know about you, but we have a ton of extra, I have a ton of extra footage on hard drives. I got a ton of music on hard drives that hasn't been heard that I probably won't release.
Dude, shut up. Think I don't know that? I know we talked about it, but you talk all this shit on Frank for not dropping music.
Damn, I'm the Frank of St. Louis.
You just complaining about something that you do.
Damn. You're right. You have to bleep
You
that
a
one,
good
too.
artist who has a lot of music who doesn't drop it. You go 6 years without dropping an album.
Ooh, yeah,
How many years since you performed?
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. And what happens if something fails and you don't do that good of a show? You think you should get canceled?
Hey, it's what it is. hate it had to be Frank now.
But wait. Stevie sent me this, speaking of Frank.
All right, let's see.
Speaking of Frank, I know you said something about, what was it? Was it no bars, bro? But hold on.
He barring out.
Hold on, bro. It's a leak right here, bro. This a movie club exclusive.
He could be talking about anybody though. And you're like, it's Tyler. I'm not trying to doubt you right now. I'm just like,
oh man. Yeah, it's just a theory. It's just a little theory I had, but
this guy Corey doesn't like conspiracy theories and then throws the biggest conspiracy theory out in the world.
What do you mean I don't like conspiracy theories?
We start talking about aliens, you're like, no, I don't talk about aliens.
Well, no, it's just
I'll just give you shit. I'll get what you're saying though.
I believe in aliens.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, right? That was a good.
You're not supposed to say the name of the movie.
Oh, we can bleep it.
No, you're good.
That was a Stevie style segue, though.
Yeah, you're good. It's fucking 7 minutes in. We not getting to the movie yet.
So, imagine.
You didn't even ask me how I'm doing yet.
I hadn't finished like rambling on about like existentialism in life, you know? But I was talking to some people yesterday, and I had multiple phone calls. You know, I was talking to just all the homies. Corey's not a phone talker, so but every once in a while, but normally not. But anyway, talking to some other homies, and I was talking about like how like life is just weird now. You know, like pre-COVID, it used to be like it's Cinco de Mayo today, right? Me and Corey like went to the movies. Yesterday. Hold on, wait. Well, it's Cinco de Mayo celebration going on right now. Cherokee Street today, fucking packed. We could be at Cherokee Street kicking it, but I just don't even care for that shit.
Me and Stevie went last year for like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, we saw Jerry.
Oh yeah,
and 4 Deep. So we were there for like an hour.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. And took photos and all that.
Yeah, we just walked up like, because it is like 5 minutes from here.
Yeah,
but I forgot that like that's even a thing this year. To be honest.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's going on right now. I've been thinking about it all day, and I'm like, we could pull up, but it's like, who cares? Like, here's the thing about St. Louis, right? I love the city, but whenever there's something to do, it's literally just food and drinking.
Yeah,
that's it. People are like, you're not doing anything. I'm like, do what? You guys are just going out to drink again.
Yeah. That's how I feel. It's like, I don't really care to go out that much. It's like, I do miss like being out and active a little bit, but not really, you know what I mean? And when I do want to go get some food and get drunk, I'll do it,
Exactly. But you ain't got to go to like Cinco de Mayo to do it.
Yeah, and I don't know. And I'm just not like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not active out in shows right now. I'm not like trying to be like, me personally, I'm not trying to be like an active artist in the city right now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get it. I mean, I look at it like this, right? I feel like we know how to promote shit and get shit out in the world. At one time, I hate to argue it, but we ran the scene at one point, a little bit. Like everywhere you went, we was there.
If you try and make a podcast clip, you got to edit it yourself. You got to make this TikTok.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not trying to.
We run this shit.
We run. St. Louis is mine. Nah, not even nothing like that. What's funny is, like I don't know. Just wow. I just felt like I don't know. Like been there, done that. Like I don't want to go out and I only want to go out once I've like been like ducked off really making some shit that I'm ready to like release and give to the world. Cause like other than that, it's like I don't know, like really be moving like Frank Ocean's out here in St. Louis, Like what's the point? What's the point of like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I'd be all depressing, but what's the like literally what is the point? Like people feel like they're doing something because they went out to a function and drank, you know what I'm saying?
What do you do for fun?
Oh, I got plenty of stuff.
What's your definition of like, all right, like if you're not thinking about like
personal development.
Yeah, like or artistry or any of that stuff. Like what's your thing to do of like, okay, I got like a night free. I don't want to think about any of this shit.
Yeah.
I want to just sit and have a good time. What are you doing? Like what would be that perfect night?
All right, so check this out. I'm gonna double back a little bit because technically, like for me, making shit is ultimate fun for me.
That's the
it fills my battery to create shit.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they got to be in the mood, and they got to be like feeling it. I don't have to like. To me, it's like fucking crack. I'm gonna keep smoking it. That was a bad analogy, but but like my favorite night is like yesterday. Like I went to the gym and played pickup basketball, and that was my second time in the gym yesterday. And then I got home, watched Beef. I don't know if you know about that show.
I started it. I haven't got to.
It's good, bro.
Yeah.
It has a lot of moods in there.
Yeah.
Just wait. And so I watched that. Played on my Nintendo Switch a little bit. Like wrote down some like ideas for like this workshop thing I'm like kind of trying to develop. And kind of just like I don't know, like that. Like it was just like being in the lab. You know what I'm saying? And then like. I was gonna record some shit last night too, but I fucking passed out. And I was like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Woke up at like 5 a.m. when you know what I'm saying? Because I was passed out on my fucking couch. And I was like, all right, well, that's the night, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But like, to me, like, but this is my life as a single 29-year-old in 2023.
Yeah.
With, you know, yeah, I mean, and like, I can go do shit too, bro. Like, I could really, like, I could go to like a dope restaurant, or I could go to like the Cardinals game or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I can go do shit. But like, fun for me is just being in my fucking zone and chilling at the crib.
Yeah.
You know, making some content, you know. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people will disagree, but a lot of people don't even know. Like, also, like, I say overall, you know, just to close this out, personal development for me is fun, you know. Just like sharpening my skills and and things I care about the most.
Dang.
But I feel like a lot of people don't even know what they think is actually fun. Like, they're getting dragged out of the house by their friends to go indulge in fucking excessive drinking, and I'm like, you know, that's cool if you want to do that, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just see. Yeah, I feel like people got to learn on their own. Like, if that, like, you know, I don't know, you know, like, because that is fun. That is fun to people. Like, that's what people want to do, and that's what people do. You know, they could do that for 40, 50 years.
I
you
could
know,
do this
strong.
rest of my life, bro. Like, I imagine when I'm an old man, I'm gonna have like a fucking sculpture studio with a recording setup, and I'll fucking be painting acrylics and making shit out of clay, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna go rap. I'm gonna rap, and then I'm gonna double back and read a book, and then, you know what I'm saying, just making shit. Like, people don't like. It's like that Kobe Bryant mentality, but in art. You know.
Yeah.
It's like I can't get enough of it. You know.
Have you ever heard that only 25% of people have like a narrator in their head? You ever heard that?
Thought everybody did.
Nope. Only 25% of people do, right? Everyone says that, right? That's everyone's response to it. So think about that, right? Think about the fact that like only 25% of people even have like a voice in their head talking to them like that. You know what I mean?
So schizophrenic,
but no, not even that. You know, but think about, like, that means that there's 75% of people that are walking around damn near like a dog. You know what I mean? Just off instant, not like for real. You know, they got way more, you know, complexities in their brain. You know what I mean, than a dog does, obviously. But like, but like on that, but you know, you ever think about how I always call them puppy dog people, right? These people that seemingly feel like nothing can really bring them down. They'll just be, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, you could just hit them in the car and be, oh, that's cool. You know, like, you just crash into them and they'll be like, oh, it's all right, bro. Like, you know, like everything's good with them always. You know what I mean? And those are puppy dog people to me, where it's like nothing really brings them down. You know, and that might be the 75%, to where it's like
that are like just going through life on autopilot.
So imagine if that has some correlation with, like, you know, that 25% also is like, you know, people that think that way have more tendency to like create art and be in that world. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because their brain works a little bit more like intensely like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just think, you know, I do think, you know, as much as you and I may think this is our whole world, like, you know what I mean? And this is our whole world, you know what I mean? Like, this is like just our world. You know what I mean? Like, so many people have so many different worlds. Like, it's not even like they're on a different planet to not even, like, you know, to them, they may be working hard at their job, you know, like working up somewhere. You know what I mean? They may be already like went to college and got there. You know what I mean? They got there, so they don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? Like, they already accomplished their goal, or like they're working on accomplishing like something else, like, that has nothing to do with that. They can just go drink every weekend, you know? Like,
I mean, here's the thing. Like, as far as that goes, like, I feel like I've tasted the, you know what I'm saying, the lifestyle of the person, like, that has like the, you know, the bachelor's and the master's degree level job, and it's like, once you get it, it's like you still feel sad and empty. Like that's why I started this off with like existential like talk. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
but like, if you don't, you don't. You know, there's people that don't.
They don't feel what?
Sad and empty.
Sad and empty and depressed. Yeah, they're fucking weirdos. I feel
So that's like a good thing ultimately. Like you should think, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, it is. I mean, it definitely makes me realize like all this shit is just stuff, you know? And it's like
yeah.
You get it, and it's like I don't know, like
that's why I just go back to happiness. It's like whatever makes people like everybody gets happy from different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people truly just want to be surrounded by friends. You know what I mean? Listening to music every weekend. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
You know, like that. You know, but then there's people like like I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel this way. Like for me, like it's hard to have like, you know what I mean? Like friendships that aren't business related. You know what I mean? Like in a sense, like it's hard. You know what I mean? Like you even bring up, me and you not being as close as we once were, and I could largely say that could be that we just don't have like a group project that we work on that much anymore, and not that we ever had like we were never like completely tied to one thing like ever. We've always kind of done our own thing, but we always did assist. You know what I mean in that, and kind of make little mini group projects out of things. You know what I mean? So I think
that's facts.
I think that and that's just and I feel guilty for that in my own way of just all around of just like, man, I wish like, but I like, to me it's hard to have friendships that are just like pure
like,
friendships. You know what I mean? Like to me it's like a friendship to me is working on something and building. So you know what I mean? Like,
and it's nothing wrong with that. Like like here's the thing, because like we live in it, and it's just a world that's a continuous world. Like we always find something new to work in. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to do way more fast breakneck project. Like we was really moving at a breakneck speed when we thought we were moving slow. Mm-hmm. We were really moving at a breakneck speed, because if you talk to a normal person, they're not doing nothing like this. Like like
they living like us now and thinking they doing it.
Yeah, bro.
Like we're living like us now, being like, damn, how could we get back to when we thought we was failing,
bro? I'm telling you, bro. That's exactly.
No, I know.
That's exactly what I'm talking. It doesn't make any sense. Like I think back to like when my bank account would be negative for 2 weeks straight, and I'm like, why do I want to miss that? I don't miss that, but like I want to go back to that time period, and I'm like, why? It was painful. It was a painful time period.
Yeah.
And it's like I want to go back. Why? Why do I want to go back to that? That's insanity, And like. But I agree with you though. Like it's hard to be friends with people that I call them normies. It's hard to be friends
Muggles.
with normies. Yeah, exactly. like it's hard to be friends with like normies, bro. Because it's like you go out and you go out to eat, and they're like, yeah. So I went to my grandma's house and we baked cookies together, and she's just so sweet. And blah, blah, blah. And like they're just going on and on about that. You're like, this is what we're talking about right now. And like, and like.
Bro, I said, fuck your grandma.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but
you don't want to hear about your damn grandma making cookies.
Yeah, but I realized that I don't know, you gotta almost like respect that normal shit in life too, because it can recharge a different battery in a weird way.
Yeah, and I talked about it off pod, but I'm like, that is kind of why I appreciate my job now, in a sense of just like kind of like, like I feel comfortable now where I could tell people about like my projects and shit, but also it's like I don't need to, you know what I mean? Like I don't need to talk to them about it. Like none of them understand fully like my stuff anyway. There's a few younger kids now that I can talk to about like certain shit, and they I got a kid that he watches the pod and shit, and like
what's crazy is like I'll come across younger kids, right, and be like, and like we'll relate on shit like culturally, like within like the you know what I'm saying, the internet shit, right? Yeah. But I always come across younger kids and assume they're creatives. I don't know why.
No, me too.
And they're not. They never are. I'm like, what are you doing in your spare time? They're like, nothing. Yeah. You're like, what do you mean you do nothing? They're like, just I don't know, just be playing Fortnite and nothing. And it's like I don't know, bro. Like pretty much what I've realized recently, like very recently, after like I guess like because I've been around like a lot more normies than art people as of late, I realized how many people just like don't be doing shit. Like it's just people like I feel like I thought too much of the world was creative and artists, and it's like a lot of shit going on. It's not. It's very small. Like
that's what I was trying to say at the beginning. Like I think like most people just don't think this way,
Yeah, it is scary. It's scary when you start. It's scary when you start venturing out into the world more and you start feeling more alone as an artist. And like, I think about artists that have like, I listen to their projects and they have like no features on it. I'm like, why don't you have any features? Hit up your homies that rap. And I forget that it's so many people that don't rap. It's just shit like that. Like, not to keep going back to it, but it's weird.
No, it's true. I mean, a few years ago, if we was on a podcast, we'd probably be talking about there's too many people doing this shit. But now it is like,
yeah,
not that many.
Yeah, it's not. The world, like you said, like the world looks large to us when it comes to that, but it's not. And like, I don't know. I mean, that's good though. It's still money to make in it. People still hiring for it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. But how's your week been, Corey?
Finally, man. Finally, bro. It's episode.
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
It's episode 104 of the Movie Club podcast. I'm gonna actually say the number, early. I'm gonna intro this shit. And Phonzz just asked me how I'm doing after 10 minutes.
I got a lot on my mind these days. And all the homies are always busy, so when it's like I get on this podcast, I get to release my inhibitions,
But I'm good, man. It's a James Gunn week for me. I always love a week when a James Gunn movie comes out.
What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you hit the wrong button. What do you mean? What I mean by that?
It's James Gunn week.
It's James Gunn week, man. He's Stevie put out a tweet too, and he said that that James Gunn went and talked at his school.
I saw that. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know if I ever knew that.
That's tight.
He probably said it too, like maybe even a long time ago.
He mentioned that before.
Yeah, but like since then, like since like the Suicide Squad came out, like he's really became like my favorite director, and like even with having like kind of a small, kind of a strange list of movies, between just Guardians, the Suicide Squad, and like another like weird superhero movie, you know what I mean, and a horror movie I haven't even seen yet, but I'm gonna watch now. Like, but he's just one of my favorite directors. So I'm happy to see a new James Gunn movie. A little less happy to see a new Marvel movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just been falling off. Ever since James Gunn signed to DC, I'm like, yo, I'm a DC person.
I'm a DC fan now.
Yeah, I'm back on DC.
I mean, here's the thing. There's some real bangers that's about to come out in the DC universe, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting on new Batman. I've been waiting on new. Who else in the Marvel universe is dope?
I mean, DC. The Joker 2.
Oh, Joker 2 is about to drop.
Joker 2's coming. Lady Gaga is playing Harley in it.
Okay. Yeah,
it's gonna be a musical.
Yeah, that's a problem right there. Like
Batman 2 or The Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson. Both those are in different and they came out and announced it, but James Gunn is calling it DC Elseworld, and then he's doing his own DC universe where he's writing a Superman movie right now. There's going to be a Batman movie called The Bold and the Brave, and it's about it's the storyline where Robin is Damian Wayne, and it's Bruce Wayne's like son who he didn't know about, and they all meet for the first time when he's like 10, and he's like already like a trained assassin, and he hates Bruce Wayne.
It's like his arch enemy.
And then the end, like I think by the end of it is the famous like art where it's like Batman holding Robin, and it's like raining, and he's like dead. And I'm like, that's such a crazy storyline to bring to Batman. And then plus, I think James Gunn is gonna do like a more like cartoony, not cartoony, but a little bit more like a less dark version of it,
Yeah.
While still being dark.
Batman is one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Never realized that Robin was his fucking son.
Well, there's different versions of Robin.
Okay.
There's a Damian Wayne version.
I like the idea of him being his son.
There's a Dick Grayson version. It's just like there's Miles Morales and Peter Parker, there's multiple Spider-Man, but like...
Oh, speaking of multiverse or Spider-Verse, Metro producing a fucking Spider-Verse soundtrack?
Really? That's dropping in a month, bro. The new Spider-Verse movie.
That's insane, bro. Metro producing... Come on, man. That's all I gotta say. That's insane.
That's not even insane anymore.
No, that's insane. That's insane. That for me,
I think he might have had a beat on the first one. It had like the Post Malone
and did. He had some songs on there, but producing like forget about it. It's crazy to me. I don't know. That's like Yeah,
That's just his. That was just his spring job right there.
right. It was a little contract, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy what's possible in this life, you know. And
Yeah. That comes out June 2nd, the new Spider-Verse movie.
yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be on Movie Club for a minute, possibly.
Yeah, Fast 10.
Too many bangers dropping. Yeah, Fast 10.
There's a lot of movies.
I'm excited for the.
You watching Barbie?
Nah, bro, what? The Barbie movie?
You ain't gonna see the Barbie movie?
Nah,
You ain't seen the trailer for the Barbie movie?
nah.
Dang.
I still need to see Megan. Which
Yeah,
is like
that's on
old.
Peacock, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to watch that. But I'm excited for the Ninja Turtles though,
Yeah.
because is it just 3D?
It's gonna be like Into the Spider-Verse art style, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
That like,
Ninja Turtles is one of my favorite shows growing up too.
yeah, I'm
And-
excited for that. Seth Rogen is like wrote it.
Really?
I think,
Oh,
yeah, he
fuck
like
it's
created
gonna be
it.
hella funny. Have you ever seen the live action Ninja Turtles?
From
the 80s?
Not real. Oh no.
Bro, you gotta watch that. That's one of.
I mean, I've probably seen it as a kid, but not really. Like,
I think it's still good. I think today it has
I
like
remember being really hyped to go see one in like 2011 or some shit, and then it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
trash. And
yeah. You know, when they do that, they have to wait like a decade to remake a movie sometimes because they have to wait for the audience to forget about the fuck up of the franchise
yeah,
to be able to like refresh it. Now
Yeah.
I don't know how that works with things like.
well, some people can bypass that a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how people bypass things like doing that and then do like Suicide Squad so close together.
Well, DC
Or, like-
hired James Gunn and was like, "You can do whatever you want," and they gave him Superman at the time. Like, he literally could have done any movie he wanted, and he just chose that.
Interesting, because like
Yeah.
I was wondering, because like
And he used some like Margot Robbie was in both, so he kind of utilized like 3 or 4 characters from both, and just kind of like it was a soft reboot, is what they called it.
Got you. Yeah, I was wondering about that because like even stuff like that and like with Spider-Man movies, ever since we was kids, they've been rapidly creating Spider-Man movies. They don't go 5 years without dropping a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's people like that, like Spider-Man. They won't wait 10 years. They bombed with Spider-Man 3,
Yeah.
and within like 4 years they had Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, the Andrew Garfield was
And
the
then
one
that one bombed,
Yeah.
and then within 4 more years they had Tom Holland. That's when Sony finally gave it up to MCU.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I remember when the Andrew Garfield one dropped, and I did not care to go watch it.
Yeah, I didn't care.
I
at
feel like
all.
they didn't sell me on.
I love Andrew Garfield now, and I
Yeah, I
appreciate
feel
them
like-
now.
Yeah, I feel like
But I
it's
did
good now.
not care. But you went and saw Homecoming back when we lived together, and I remember you came back, and I was like, "Why the fuck did you just go see a Spider-Man movie?" And that was primarily because of Andrew Garfield.
Bro, that's hilarious. I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Bro,
No,
that's-
that's like in my top 10 movies now. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Like,
Homecoming is one of the best Spider-Man movies ever.
dude, I
created.
wish I could have saw that in theaters. You know how I like that being
Bro.
at home. You know the scene whenever they're like at the stoplight and Michael Keaton's like driving him, and Tom Holland realizes like, yo, I'm with the Vulture right now, and he doesn't know I'm Spider-Man, but he's also about to find out because my girl's like giving me up a little bit right now.
Oh, that's funny.
Dude,
Yeah.
that scene is so crazy when Michael Keaton, like, the light turns red and he's just looking up in the mirror and he, like, realizes, oh, that's fucking Spider-Man right
Yeah.
there.
Bro,
I wish I could have seen that in theaters.
I gotta rewatch that because that's crazy, bro. I forgot there was a moment in time where you weren't an MCU fan.
Yeah. The Black Panther is my first, like, MCU movie. I saw Iron Man 1, 2, and I saw Thor 1. And those are the only 3 MCU movies I saw until Black Panther.
Thor 1 is the only Thor movie I've ever seen. I haven't seen the other ones.
You should see 3.
Should I? Should I skip
4
2?
is trash.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 and 4 are trash.
All right, I'm gonna do that because yeah, I mean like that's the thing. I've seen all the Spider-Man movies. Wouldn't dare miss a Spider-Man movie in my
Yeah.
life. That's, I mean, come on, you're crazy if you do that. I got another. This is kind of a leap out of superhero stuff, but I do need to see the Dumbledore. Oh yeah, it's a leap out of the. I need to see the Dumbledore like Harry Potter series thing. What is it called?
I'm not really much of a Harry Potter person. If anything, I'd rather just play the Hogwarts game if I'm going to indulge in any Harry Potter shit, but...
They just dropped it for PS4 today.
Really?
Yeah, it's the PS4 version is what they call it, or Hogwarts Legacy or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's coming to Switch at some point, too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck the Switch is going to play it, but...
You know what? I'm not a fan of how controls compute over to the Switch sometimes.
Yeah.
It's very clunky.
They're best for Nintendo games or, like, indie games that you don't need, like...
Crazy controls.
Yeah, you don't need... Like, you can't do a first-person shooter on the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch, the controls are very clunky.
Yeah.
It just
You can
doesn't-
buy a Pro controller, and it will feel a lot better. It's the Joy-Cons that just don't feel that well for running.
That's the thing. Like even when I was playing like Mario Odyssey on it and shit, like I just felt like because the shit's so flat, it just feels like very like.
Get the Pro Controller if you really want to invest some. If you don't mind dropping a little bit more money into it, you might feel a lot better. But I don't have one, and I get it. But I only play certain shit on the Switch because of that mainly. But that's why I like side scrollers a lot now because it's just perfect for that.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna definitely try that. But shit. All right, cool.
So you up to date on Ted Lasso?
Nah, I haven't watched it. It just doesn't it's just, I don't know, it's too feel good for me. Sometimes the shows need like a dark edge.
That's what happens when fucking Stevie leaves, man.
What you mean?
It's too feel good, bro. That's the whole point of it. That's why it's great.
Good, man. I need something like with some pain,
Bro, the last episode just made me cry.
Do I need to run it back? Do I need to keep watching it? I think it was on the second or third episode. I was on the episode where what had just happened? Oh, they the other assistant coach dude, he finally gave the journalist the pass and quit giving him shit. And he was took out his wallet and was like, "You fucking wrote this about me, bitch." So I'm on. I think that's the episode I'm on, and then I stopped watching it because I think. Better Call Saul. I need to run that back. That's on my list.
You run that back before you finish Ted Lasso?
No, I run it back. I need to finish the new season that just dropped on Netflix. Beef just dropped, and then Snowfall. I just completed that.
I've seen the ending. Have you seen the ending of Snowfall?
I watched all of it.
You've seen it all? I don't know any of it, but I've heard about the ending of Snowfall, and I've seen the photo of dude walking down the street,
smoking the crack pipe.
Yeah, and them talking about from where this dude started to where he ended is crazy. And people bigged up that ending so much that I'm like, all right, I'm starting this ASAP.
All right, spoiler alert. I'm gonna talk about Snowfall real quick. So skip 30 seconds ahead if you don't want to hear it. But
no, I haven't seen it, bro.
Are you gonna watch it?
Well, I'm going to. That's what I just said. I'm about to start it,
bro.
People talked about how crazy the ending was, and I'm like, all right, I'm sold.
The ending and story is just as elite as Breaking Bad, 100%. And it's by a famous director too. What's his name?
John Singleton.
Yeah, Singleton.
He started it.
Yeah, he
passed away.
He passed away. Yeah. But I mean, classic LA films. He's always been a part of. So that I think that's what makes it so good. Because you really feel like you're in LA, and every piece of it. I don't know.
How many seasons is there?
6, I think.
Dang, that's a lot.
But it's gonna go by so quick because you're not gonna be able to get enough of it. And I feel like shows nowadays, you know how shows like Sopranos, they'll have 12 seasons.
Sopranos only has 5, I think.
Bro, nah. I mean, I'm not gonna Google it, but there are shows out there though that it's almost like they just go on and on, like The Wire. You never watched The Wire, but The Wire could have done without season 2, But it's they keep making stuff for the sake of it, almost.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are we Googling? How many seasons in Sopranos?
6.
Ooh,
6.
That was good. Maybe it's because I just felt like it was a lot of episodes in it.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, definitely watch Snowfall, though. Legendary.
Yeah, I will. I still want to watch Beef. I started an episode of that.
Beef is good. Beef is something you could probably finish tonight because they're all 30-minute episodes.
Yeah. I just be getting distracted, bro. The internet and shit is really fucking with me. I think my attention span is getting worse and worse.
You think so? I've been working on my attention span a lot more lately.
I felt like it was good for a while, and I feel like it's just gone to shit since I got the dog.
Do you worry? I worry about attention span a lot too.
Yeah.
Do you feel do you ever have a million tabs open on Google Chrome sometimes? And you're like, what am I doing?
I'm pretty good, but sometimes 6 or 7 is my most.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be having 50, bro.
Nah.
I got a problem.
Nah, I can clean it out. I can be like, I'm done with that, or I'll pull it back up. Or if I really need it, I'll bookmark it.
I'll be saving tabs and keeping them open. I'm gonna come back to it and it'll be a week later, and I'm like,
nah. Well, I'll do that. I'll keep a tab open for 2 weeks and just not use it at all until 2 weeks later. But
and realize you can just close out of it.
Yeah.
That's facts.
But my tab is always like I'll have one tab that's like for like something with like a game I'm playing. And then I'll have another tab that's like Spotify for podcasts.
Yeah.
Another game or another tab that's YouTube.
I always have like
Another
3
tab
unfinished.
that's just I have one that's just my random search tab.
Yeah,
that's just
exactly.
the one that I like search on, and I can change at any time. But
Facts.
and that's about it.
I always have like the one with like a couple unfinished YouTube videos going.
Yeah, I don't watch YouTube on my computer that much. I just will watch it on my TV if anything. But
Really?
yeah,
I forgot you like the cinematic experience of YouTube.
Yeah.
I need to get that Chrome extension for the TV.
I just have YouTube on the TV. There's a YouTube app.
Oh yeah, really? Oh yeah, no. You got the Roku?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you had the
City, baby. Welcome.
Funny.
Oh man.
Well,
you want to give Stevie a text? See if he's ready for a phone call?
let's do it. We should have texted him earlier.
Yeah. Well, I told him what time. I told him between 4:30 and 5. And that's what time we hit.
Ready to pod.
Oh.
Let's wait. Let's see what he says.
Okay.
No, you're good.
There you go.
Never plug in another man's phone, I guess.
Yeah. No homo, bro.
Hey,
Oh,
yo,
man.
pause. Oh, that's that real hip hop shit. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean it. Hey, but now you know it's on Phonzz's phone. That real hip hop shit. That shit was sound gritty too.
What, you ain't listening to that new Wynne? You heard of this girl, Wynne?
Nah.
It's the newest, it's a white girl signed to Genius. Everybody, like Rob Markman posted her and shit. You ain't fucking with Wynne, bro? I love it when people sign an artist, but they try to hide it like they didn't. But like her label says like Genius connected to it.
She has a song called Jaw Morant.
Yeah.
What a legend. Definitely gotta listen.
This is it, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jaw Morant is a crazy name.
If it's money on the counter, I can live with that. They answer to me, but I didn't ask. All that sucking up to me, they need some bobby pins to pin it back. Franklin's, Jackson's, you know I like to mix and match. It's no back and forth and with me.
Yeah, I found out about this chick somehow, like just seeing a YouTube video, and there's like a couple videos where I'm like, wait, why does this chick actually have like a lot of like bars in her shit? I like hate that I liked it, but I started liking her.
Here's the thing. I want to hate, but I'm not even gonna say nothing because it's obvious what I need to say. And I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
She's a motherfucking dog. No one's fucking with her job, bro.
Wow. Wow. I don't know how to feel
man.
right now.
Oh man, no word from Stevie.
No word from Stevie.
Dang. Well, let's get into it. We'll get a hold of Stevie here soon.
Fucking break, buddy.
Oh shit.
Here we go again.
All right, y'all. Listen. Unacceptable to name a song Jaw Morant.
No, we're off that.
That's what that breakdown was for. For me to say that. For me to say my opinion.
He says unacceptable.
Unacceptable. All right. Jaw Morant did not deserve that title flip, but here we are.
Bro, all her shit is like basketball references, like
a white woman raps making basketball related, NBA related.
Yeah, she makes
song topics.
she makes so many like NBA references that like I sent this shit to Lewis. I'm like, bro, can you believe this? And he's like, yo, this is wild. He's like, this is the new chick you stan?
Here's the
I'm like,
thing.
no. And then like a week later, I was like, wait, she's actually nice.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say something positive. Actually, it's not even really focused on her anymore. I think that when it comes to, you know what's polarizing about her is she's a white woman that's rapping well. That's all it is. Not to Jackman the situation.
No. She is the female Jack Harlow, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Like that's
Stevie hit us
exactly
back.
who she is. He did?
Yeah.
He's good?
Give me 5 minutes, heads up for the call, and I'm down. My server may be shaky, but I'm down. We're ready now.
Yo, this video, I saw this. And this is where I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Wow, she don't get a BBL.
What's up?
She don't get a BBL and it's gonna be a rap.
You said what?
All she has to do is get a BBL and it's a rap. You know?
Bro, but the funniest thing about her is like she's legit got like she's been doing this for 5 years and has like a lot of videos. Like she hasn't like she didn't just pop up. Like she's been doing, and if you go back 5 years, she's still rapping like this.
Watch us end up like my future wife or something.
You said what?
Watch Wynne end up my future wife, and I'm like, damn. But you have a song called Jaw Morant. Can we get rid of that? She had the classic Asylum rap video. That's how you know she's a real white rapper.
So what?
She got the classic Asylum rap video. The true mark of the white rapper.
She's the nurse and the patient.
And the patient. The true mark of the white rapper.
Yeah, she's interesting to me.
I mean, yeah, that's very interesting. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her.
I've hated on her, and I've been like, damn, this is nice. But like, I just do really think it's crazy that like, you go back to like, like 6 years ago, like, I don't know, she's just got a bunch of shit that she's just been doing this shit. Like, it's not like I thought for sure it was just like a pop up like. No. TikTok, she dating some producer, you know what I mean, and like, but that's the funny thing too is with the Jaw Morant song that just came out, right? Yeah. And then she had like a huge release with that to where like this is where people started stepping out, and when Rob Markman stepped out and was like, "Yo, Wynne writes all her own shit," like and like I'm like, "Yo, like now the industry is starting to like prop her up a little bit," which I think is kind of crazy, like. I mean, and not just the industry, but like hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm with it as long as you got bars. Look, I care about bars. Yeah. And if you got bars, like
Jaw Morant out now.
Jaw Morant is out now. Here's the thing too. Like when it comes to any industry, like and
she's small. Her highest shit is 40K.
Yeah. Like here's the thing: when you step into any industry in the world, when it comes to doing anything, and you look nothing like the people that are normally in said industry, you have an opportunity to shake said industry up. I feel like that's why I've had success in the design world versus the rap world, and why.
Bro, wait.
And why Jackman is having success in the rap world versus going to be a car salesman.
Have you heard of Ricky Bascom?
No.
Dude, this dude is from St. Louis. And when I tell you...
Isn't that dude you already showed me?
Did I show you this dude?
Yeah, I don't want to see this.
He's from St. Louis?
Yeah, I don't want to see this nonsense, man.
Bro, he put out a new video. Look at this video. He just got this chick on a leash for the whole video.
Yes. I'm good.
This dude's crazy.
And then it's called Some Lyrics. I definitely don't want to hear this shit.
Some Lyrics, bro.
I don't want to hear that fucking shit.
Bro, music is wild now.
People be making them... It's like people walk a fine line of like Jaw Morant. All right, I said the title's unacceptable, but if she's spitting, it's acceptable. Then it be motherfuckers is like making like a mockery of the culture and rapping, and they think they're doing something, and it's like it's just corny. Cause like, look, all it takes, and you know what confirms these thoughts is when Rory and Mal get a hold of some shit. All right,
bro, they have a terrible podcast.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't like their opinions on music? They said they don't want to hear no more Nail Tech rap from Jackman. Because I thought it was funny. All right, I thought. It was funny.
Yeah. They podcasts be funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they missed the mark sometimes.
They did that whole shit where they were like, we were supposed to get in the movie, but I guess we're waiting on Stevie. But they did this whole shit when Joe Budden got the #1 hip hop media person from Complex's list like recently. Yeah. Like over like Sway, Charlotte, like everybody.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No, like he beat, I'll beat everybody for hip hop media.
That he beat Charlemagne.
Yeah, well, I mean, Charlemagne hasn't been doing much lately, and
What do you mean? He be dropping a Brilliant Idiots podcast every week.
Yeah.
And doing Hot 97.
But
And
that
he got
podcast ain't doing that much, I don't think.
Brilliant Idiots?
Yeah.
Bro, look up Brilliant Idiots, the podcast that you don't even watch. And you telling me about the views of it. You're a wild guy. You know
Let's see what it does.
I'll wait.
196.
How much does a Joe Pod do?
I mean, well, then they do 400. Let's see.
Yeah, then they did 400. You seen it. Exactly.
Dang, 204 on the 2 days ago. They beat their 200. A live stream doing 125K. These are all just little clips, though.
That's still pretty good for some small clips, though. I mean, I probably.
But their episodes be getting 200 consistently.
So pretty equal.
300.
They're pretty equal on the pod numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's all opinion anyway. Like, Brilliant Idiots, you should give it a try. It's actually hella funny.
I hate Andrew Schultz.
He is the bro.
I hate.
Why do you hate Andrew Schultz? I
hate Rory too. I hated Rory when he was on Joe Budden.
Bro, Andrew Schultz is a fucking genius comedian. He's the white Dave Chappelle.
Well, I mean,
you disagree?
I mean, that doesn't make me love him anymore.
He had this bit where he was doing some crowd work, and he was like, it was like all black people in the front row, and he goes, just so you know, like black doing blackface is wrong, right? And he's like, just so we all agree, doing blackface is wrong. All right, we all agree, blackface is wrong. If we're in the military and we're out on a mission, and my white ass, and he's like, my white ass is out in the field. You gotta put me in blackface. And you? He's like, he goes to the black dude, he goes, I'm gonna tell you not to smile. Bro, this is crowd work off the dome. Come on, bro. That shit was funny as fuck. You gotta give Andrew Schultz his flowers on that.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's funny as shit, bro. He's like, blackface is wrong.
I'm just thinking about Tropic Thunder now. Robert Downey should just came out years later like, yo, I was just trying to, blend in.
Yeah, we know. Bro, honestly.
You think about it, soldiers being blackface all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole joke is him talking about military blackface and how it saves lives.
That's fucked up.
Oh man, that's so fucking funny. But like, I don't know, bro. I'd love to see a Tropic Thunder movie in 2023. Same jokes. I feel like they should push it to cancellation level because we get it's up to Tropic Thunder to break cancel culture for comedy.
No, I mean I don't think comedy's being
canceled
withheld. Yeah, from cancel culture much anymore. Like they pretty much nobody really cares about it.
They should,
to an extent.
I mean, there's some people that need to be held accountable.
Yeah, no, definitely. And they are. I just don't think that's what cancel culture is.
Yeah. I mean, some people think they can bypass it, but
yeah.
Here's the thing, right? People put they put cancel culture on you, but that doesn't mean the culture has to rock with you moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I want to rock with Dave Chappelle moving forward, if he dropped a stand-up, I don't think I'd really be interested in watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I won't be interested, but if he drops a special in the future and I hear it's really good and people are like, yo, like, this is actually really good, like, he
doesn't say something crazy.
He's not doing his, like, old shit, you know what I mean, where he's just, making, specials just strictly on one thing that he thinks is funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll give it another chance, you know what I mean? Like, I'll give it another chance, but I'll have to hear from, like, you know what I mean? Like, the world has to convince me that, like, yo, it's worth watching. You know what I mean? That's just like the world is convincing me that The Flash is worth watching, and Ezra Miller is, like, a huge canceled person. You know what I mean? Like,
The Flash on Netflix? Like
the new
TV?
Movie that's coming out this year. It's got Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck in it as Batman. It's got two Batmans. It's a multiverse movie. Stevie's ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta love a good multiverse movie.
Yeah.
Should I FaceTime him?
I mean, you can or call, whatever is best.
All right, we'll just call. I'm FaceTime. Oh, you said internet shaky, so I just want to make sure it's crispy for the audio.
Go ahead and hit that.
What do you mean by that?
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Here we go again. Stevie, can you hear us? Is Stevie here? Can we hear him? Hello.
Mic check.
For me.
Come through, dig the sound.
Let me see if I can get through.
There we go. Finally. I just don't get why it was trying to do like cellular calling versus FaceTime audio.
On a laptop.
Yeah. Yo.
Yo,
Yo.
what's good?
Not shit. What's up?
I'm in the middle of Swift City right now, is what I'll call it.
Swift City? Said there's a Taylor
so all
Swift
these
concert?
people- yeah. There's 3 nights in Nashville, Phoebe opening, but all the people are headed towards the concert through Broadway, which is the street I'm on right now.
So tell us, Stevie, are you in Nashville to see Taylor Swift?
You know, I'm in Nashville to see my sister, is what I will say officially, but I'm also here to see Phoebe Bridgers.
Who is opening for Taylor Swift?
Yeah. I'm also here to see Maddie Healy now, apparently.
Oh, wow.
But you're also at the same
There's
time celebrating the Cinco of de Mayo. You know? Getting lit.
That's true. And Kentucky Derby. I got some money on a horse right now in Kentucky Derby.
Dang.
Freddie? Yeah, I said Freddie. Look, Stevie
Raise
is lit.
Kane. Raise Kane.
You on your Jack Harlow shit? You on your Jackman shit?
I'm like, quickly.
Well, how's it been, man? How you
What's
doing?
good, guys?
How's your day in Nashville
Been good. It's been chilling so far. I got to see one of my friends, or my sister's friend, perform on Rhea, and that was fun. A good time. A little listening show.
That's dope.
Sick. Like a so far style.
And now I'm on Broadway, waiting for the Kentucky Derby to happen. And you guys.
Well, hell yeah. Well, we've been waiting, and we just started. We started the official movie thing like twice now, but we haven't gotten into the movie yet. But we've got 2 drops already. So we've been waiting to get talk to you to start talking about the movie, man. So what'd you think?
For me personally, I thought it was the perfect ending. It was the ending that I needed. It opened me up emotionally. It opened up all my emotional chakras.
The emotional chakras.
Yeah,
I felt like I went home and I went home after that movie. I put on Ted Lasso, and just like any minuscule bit of emotion, I started to tear up a little bit.
Look,
I was emotional afterwards.
Since you brought it up, I tried talking about it with Phonzz, but he's not caught up. The last episode of Ted Lasso, I bawled like a baby during that Hey Jude moment.
Dude, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got home from Guardians, I threw that on, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is happening to me?
Yeah. That movie just made me like cry quickly. I've never like just had like been like overcome. I was like laughing, and then like I'm like, damn.
So let me ask y'all, what in the movie TV world makes like what scenes really are tearjerkers for y'all? Like, what is it?
Random shit. It's unexplainable.
It is
Literally the Ted Lasso scene was fucking Ted's like so caught up in like his wife like being off in Paris with her new boyfriend who.
Yeah, I felt that though.
Yeah, but then he walks off and he's on the phone like talking to Rebecca, the boss, because he was trying to get her to hire a private detective to like basically stalk his wife and figure out something, and like and then the coach Beard was with the son, and then someone started playing Hey Jude outside of like one of the pubs. And then he was like, hey, he's like, you know what this song's about, right? You know, it's like whenever, John Lennon's son, Jew, was, whenever the kid Jew was, going through a divorce, like, or his parents were going through a divorce, like, this song was wrote by John Lennon, for that kid, because it was like, who was Jude's son? Do you know who Jude's son was? It wasn't John Lennon's son, right?
It was.
It was? Okay, then who wrote Hey Jude?
Yeah, Jude. Paul McCartney.
Okay, Paul McCartney wrote it for John Lennon's son, being like, hey, like, I know you're going through it, but that's why it's like, and then, like, to take a sad song and make it better, and then the way that song, like, just hypes up, like, and then it's like all sad, and then it just, like, starts hyping up for a second, and with the lyrics, it was just like, yo, this is perfect, you know, like.
It worked out so well, and also Ted's, like, missing the fact that he has, like, Rebecca to call and talk to this about.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
he has all these emotional support systems that, like, he doesn't need to worry about that no more.
Yeah.
It's important to have emotional support systems when your girl is leaving you for somebody else, you know. Because let me tell you, didn't have that, and I was joking. Anyway, no, that's interesting though.
But bro, Guardians was great. I think James Gunn successfully pulled off the like making you think he was gonna kill people off, and like each character has a moment where we think they're gonna. Are we in on Guardians right now or no?
Yeah.
Anyways, but wait, can I spoil? Oh wait, have we all seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought it was nice that each character has a moment where you think they're gonna die or like pass on, and they all pull through and they get to see their eventual arc throughout the Guardian series conclude, and that's nice.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I think after seeing it the second time too, I like realized that like they did all the like classic Marvel shit, you know, while while reaching that emotional level. You know, like they didn't lose out on any of their fighting or like weird storytelling. I mean, they didn't. Also, another good thing is they didn't really like. Besides Warlock, you know, like there was like little introduction to characters, like, and it wasn't like setting up anything new. That's the only thing it's like missing that like most Marvel shit has now. But
yeah, it felt like an end. It felt like a real end.
Yeah,
and not like setting things up. It felt like a nice conclusion. I also really like that it focused on like saving people. I feel like a lot of Marvel movies maybe lately have been like lacking on the idea of like saving people in terms of like being heroes and like being actual heroes and not just like surviving to beat the villain, but like surviving to like rescue people.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah. That was my big guess at the beginning, was that I like was thinking that dude wasn't gonna end up like getting defeated, you know, like fully, you know. I mean, he got defeated, but like I guess like I was hoping he wasn't gonna get killed, and then like once the movie started, I was like, you know what, maybe this dude could go, maybe this villain could go.
It was like, fuck this dude, fuck this guy, man.
Yeah, and then he doesn't go, and then
one
you're
of
like,
the best Marvel villains.
Yeah.
You say one of the best Marvel villains?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
Marvel.
up there at least for me.
Marvel has a villain problem, you know. They got like the few iconic ones, you know, but he's a new one.
I like how they told the story of how his face looked like that.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at like the design of it. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's like stretched over.
I think that's.
the
I mean,
shit.
that's like the beauty of it. That being kind of part of it is it is so alarming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where like learning about it is important because of how alarming looking.
But
it
you
is.
like the whole time you're wondering. You're like, how the fuck? You're like, why? You're like,
Yeah.
is he half robot or like what's going on?
Yeah.
You know.
You know, and then I also
He's perfect. Don't you get it? He's perfect.
He's perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I also realized.
I like that his villain. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say. I also realized that this time around on that last fight, like when Rocket like finally snaps out of like kind of getting his ass whooped by him for a second, he does like stun his whole suit.
Yeah.
And it kind of like makes him lose all his power. So that's why that last fight goes so quickly, and it makes more sense to me now.
Yeah. Why he didn't like keep using his powers all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I also love that it was like we got to see the moment where Rocket finally embraces the fact that he's a raccoon. He's like,
Yes.
I'm Rocket Raccoon. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah, that's like one of the parts that's like, I don't know, that's like the other real like emotional part is, yeah, when he finally sees that like sign and he like gets to rescue them.
Yes. And getting to see like Bradley do interviews on the red carpet about this too now is so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like, you know,
But-
even though he's been a part of this the whole time, it's like it's so interesting that like, like he doesn't really like he's not there for filming. You know what I mean? Like he's not really a part of the crew necessarily.
It sounds like James had been like, "Yo, this is my plan for Rocket" the whole time, and Bradley was like, "I'm down. I don't know if you'll pull it off, but I'm down." And then Bradley's like, "Oh my God, you pulled it off! Like that's crazy."
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to watch Kentucky race. I'm at where bluegrass is founded. I'm reading this plaque right now.
Wow. Amazing.
But I want to leave you guys with a topic. I had two. I can only remember one right now.
Wait. Before you give us the topic, what do you rate the movie?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Dang.
I'll do
I don't.
We can wait a little bit.
all right.
Unless Stevie's topic takes us.
I wanna go back. I'm gonna listen to this whole episode, and I want to hear all your guys' full takes on it.
All right.
But I want to leave. Before I leave, I want to say, Movie Club is in solidarity with the writers' strike. And I wanted to leave it with how crazy fast Hollywood was like, "Yo, we could just replace writers with AI," because that's part of their contracts that they're trying to fight for right now.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's
a big part
insane.
of it.
That's insane. That's insane. Like I was thinking about it the other day, and people can try and replace, creativity with AI, but it's no different than like all right, if McDonald's implements robots to make burgers, going to a restaurant and having a chef that like is hand grilling your steak to the perfection. You know what I'm saying? They just do it differently than a robot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like little human touches when they're telling you where the table was made that you're eating on. They tell you that the food was grown in a farm down the street. Like you can't fake shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't fake human timing and emotions and ideas.
Yeah, but people in the movie or the TV show industry is specifically, right? Like say you make something that's such a hit, but then everybody wants way too much money. Then it's like, all right, I have this foundation of what this is. I have the blueprint. You guys gave me the foundation already. Like, someone makes 3 seasons of a show. It's like, all right, what would the 4th season of this show be? You already have all the info of the show. Like, AI could just generate scripts. You know what I mean? Like, could continue off of someone's work. That's, I think, what they're really worried about.
It can,
especially with somebody like a late night talk show.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. But like, here's the thing though. At the same time, I feel like if anything, AI is gonna downsize the industry, but I don't think it's gonna get rid of the people that are talented. It's gonna make it more competitive, for sure. Because like,
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, because like at the end of the day, people still gotta enter prompts in for the AI to make it go. You know, it's a vehicle like anything.
I had 2 topics and I can't remember the other one.
Dang.
But if I do, I'll text it to you guys. I'm glad I could call in. I think I got a dip now before I enter the hurricane of people.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, good talking to you, Stevie.
Hey, good talking to you guys too. I'm excited to listen to the pod, and you guys have a good rest of the pod.
Hell yeah. Enjoy your weekend in Nashville.
I'm going to try to see Taylor. Give me a fingers crossed.
You got this.
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
All right, bro. Take it easy,
All right,
man.
bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
What's up, banana boy? It's going back to bed.
All right. Well, that was our Guardians talk.
You done?
Me? Do you want to keep going? What do you got to say about it? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I love James Gunn. I do feel like, I mean, if I'm being critical, I could say like, I don't know. Marvel is such it's such a big thing that it's hard to really create in Marvel,
Yeah.
But this movie far exceeds what most people can create in Marvel. If you ask me, just as far as like personal touches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you're just working in such a confined world.
Yeah, you have parameters. Marvel is parameters, and you can't. Yeah, you can't.
I'm pretty sure if you go into it now, like even thinking about like the people who did like Shang-Chi or Eternals, like these new first movies of characters. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like hey, like, all right, here's your structure, here's your story structure. Do what you can within this, and if you do well enough, then you'll be able to get to do whatever the fuck you want on the second one.
I think it's more of.
I think they still have a lot of creative like control of the first one, but I think it's gotta be like, yo, this is where they start and this is where they end. Whatever you want to do in between is perfect. But you have like, I don't think the people get like that much control. Like,
I mean, I don't think you need control in situations like that. Like, I feel like the creative parameters are necessary. Like, think about it, right? You were left to make a Spider-Man movie based on Homecoming, right? The last one. That was the last one, right? Was Homecoming?
no, the last one was Far From Home.
Far From Home, right? All right. So Far From Home he's now forgotten.
Yeah, so that might be a new director now.
Yeah.
But that's already an existing
But that's
thing.
not where I was going. I was gonna say, like, put your shoes in like the writer's room, right? You're in the shoes of the writer and director. I think, like, if you put yourself in the mind of Spider-Man and the characters in the movie, you can start building a new Spider-Man world of like what's gonna happen next. Like,
yeah, I'm sure they want to, but I don't think Marvel lets them. I think that they know where the next 10 years are going, so they can't have Spider-Man go. You know what I mean? Like, say you get this crazy idea of how you want to incorporate, William Dafoe or what, or not William Dafoe, but I mean like Green Goblin, like, or like whatever, like the new Green Goblin, or like you get a whole new plan for, I wanted to use Kraven the Hunter. No one's ever used that, but they're like, no, we can't do like none of that.
I mean,
and then it's like you have to use this, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, hold on, I didn't even finish what I was saying. I was trying. Look, so when I look at how the parameters of making a Marvel movie work, it's like Universal puts out like, hey, we're looking for writers. Once they hire somebody, they let you know like, like this is the list of requirements that we need in the movie based on research that we've already done. Because there's set people that are researching for the movies that really understand, based on probably based on numbers at some point, and also based on just shit they just don't want to like dive into. Like at one point they're gonna want like Octoman back in the fucking MCU. You know what I'm saying? And
but my biggest thing is if you look at DC and what James Gunn just did with that, it's like DC gave him the Suicide Squad. They let him reboot whatever, they let him do whatever he wanted, and they let him write whatever he wanted. He got to just walk away with the script, no parameters.
Yeah.
Granted, DC's in a way different spot, but all I'm saying is that I think that's just the critique you could find in this is that there were some parameters that you have to fill to make a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? And I think that, watching him have full free, range with another movie, makes me, able to critique this one a little bit, but
both situations, the major thing that you gotta realize is like these board members that get to make the final decision, they're all old as shit. It's people. There's not even millennials in the director position yet. James Gunn is like slightly older. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So James Gunn.
No, there's some younger people. A24 is starting to hire young people. There's legit. There is like some 18, 19-year-old like kids that have made some shit that are like getting A24 films now. Like,
I mean, I want to see that because ain't nobody giving, bro. Movies cost like $100 million. Ain't nobody giving that to an 18.
No, plenty of movies get made for $10 million.
Still, you gonna give, bro? Think about Corey Miller at 18. You gonna give him $10 million to make a movie?
They're giving young people money for movies. Now you were just saying that ain't gonna happen, and then I say it happens, and you're like, what? Why would they do that? Like,
no, I'm saying, bro, millennials aren't 18 years old.
What?
Millennials
are.
I
don't know. I'm just saying,
bro. I'm saying millennials millennials are 25. Like I think it's actually moving a little bit. I think it's like 28 to.
I'm saying they're going younger then. You know what I mean? There are a couple younger people that are below millennials that are getting that position.
I want to see some hard facts on that.
Very small thing. Yeah, there's this. It was just a couple of things I've seen on A24. That's like some horror movie shit. But there's someone that just made some weird internet shit. Yeah. That is getting it made into a movie now. I'm pretty sure that person's like 20.
I want to see it. I just want to see the numbers. That's all.
Yeah, I think they are getting like a $15 to $20 million budget, but like,
I don't know. I want to research and see because like thing is like
And that is just one story.
Yeah. To me, it's just hard to imagine. Like, all I'm saying is the decision makers for a lot of these big blockbuster movies, when it comes to blockbusters like Ninja Turtles, Fast and Furious, it's not some 24-year-old kid.
Yeah. No, I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's like old people, you know what I'm saying, making the decisions. And then on top of that, it's like it's running like a freelance project. I'm starting to realize a lot of the world is just like, is ran off of like a decision maker with a list of demands, and you fulfill said demands, and then you get exchanged your money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the world. That's the world in a nutshell, I think.
For sure.
You know.
But no, but I only say all that coming off of seeing James Gunn be able to do a movie with free range. You know what I mean? Like DC let him do it. Yeah, and there was still a board of people that had to sign off on shit, but like you know, if you watch that movie, like whenever you see that movie, you'll probably understand like what I'm talking about as far as just free range. Like that movie is like, it's different. You know, it's not like average movies, but it also competes in the comic book world a little bit. You know what I mean? Because he knows what he's doing. But seeing him be able to do that with everything, it's like, okay, you can really like shape a world. You know what I mean? And this was like, yo, you can really shape a story in Marvel's world. Yeah,
I feel like it just comes with like, you gotta like earn people's respect a little bit, but I mean also like not everybody's James Gunn. Yeah, you know, like
and he's probably got the most respect in the MCU.
Exactly.
Anyway, you know what I mean? And that's why I say this is the best example of doing the best you can. Like this hits emotional levels that no other MCU movie does besides Endgame, killing off fucking Iron Man and shit. You know, like.
Yeah, I mean it was necessary to kill off Iron Man though, because nobody wanted any more fucking.
Wait. Nobody wanted any more. What? Robert Downey?
Robert Downey. Yeah.
Nah, dude.
You don't think so?
Nah, people.
I was tired of that, dude.
Yeah, people definitely. We need someone. We need like a leader in the MCU now.
I think. I feel like he's just old now he's too old for the role now. Cause like he's been doing that shit since we was in high school, bro. That same role. That's a decade
trained
in the
up
same
little
role.
Ironheart. You know what I mean? He, there's an Ironheart character. He could raise up the next Iron Man.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like. They killed them all. They already did what they did, right? But like
he'll be back for Secret Wars.
Yeah, like they'll find. Look, if they want Robert Downey back in the MCU, they're gonna find a way to put him in there.
He went and did some movie that tanked immediately.
Maybe that's part.
He did Dr. Dolittle, the remake.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This guy said, "I ain't got Iron Man no more. Let me do this Dolittle real quick."
He said he did the Dr. Dolittle remake.
Jeez, that's down horrendous.
Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
Tried to fill Eddie Murphy's shoes.
Yeah, ain't nobody filling Eddie Murphy's shoes, man. How many Eddie Murphy movies you ever seen?
I've seen Dr. Dolittle. What else I seen?
Coming to America?
I haven't seen Coming to America. Bro. Probably not that many Eddie Murphy movies.
You gotta watch some Eddie Murphy.
I mean, I feel like I've seen a bunch when I was a kid. Like I feel like it was just like always an Eddie Murphy movie on some channel, But
Eddie Murphy can be very explicit. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like you might have not seen just based off like.
I've seen Eddie Murphy's Raw stand up.
Okay, never mind then. The one with the red.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because that's like base level Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that's like I mean that's like the most notorious stand up special. I feel like, or at least when I was a kid, I remember hearing about it being like.
Yeah, I mean it's inspired by Richard Pryor. Yeah. I don't know. I've been getting really into like. I mean, I've always been a big fan of comedians in the comedy world. I'm getting way more into the comedy world because I just realized how much it's like the rap world to me.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's the same people. It's like comedy and rap are so close together because it's like they just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like
I've loosely been learning. Like I've gotten into Theo Von recently.
Theo Von is that dude's different.
His type of comedy is so interesting to me. Like.
It's like laid back, nonchalant, like out, like him trying to like make you go, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it's not even like a shock thing. It's like it is just like a, like you'll like I don't know. I
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I literally
like when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I used to eat shit, right? And so I went.
It's always when I was a kid. It's an old story, like that branches off of stuff. And then half the time you're like, wait, how did he branch off into that? That's half the comedy.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of how he thought about that. And then you get to the end of it and you'll be like, and then it almost like kind of like full circle somehow. Mm-hmm. It's so funny. But then he'll just take the most random shit. Like,
yeah. And he's trying to get you to like be like, what the hell?
He'll just flip something. Like, I was even thinking yesterday, like, we're going through all this hardware at work, and there's something called shoulder bolt. And in my head, I'm like, damn, I sure could use a shoulder bolt right now. Like, and I'm just like, I just feel like that's, like, the dumb shit he says. Like, he'll just flip something into, like, something else. Like, oh, you doing them shoulder bolts? Like, oh, I get it. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's stupid. Like, some of it's so stupid that it's funny, but.
That's how I feel about Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah.
They do this thing where they're like, They go, the Southern accent ain't nothing but the Chinese accent sped up or slowed down. And they're like, Charlamagne the guy goes, what you gonna do now? And they're like, you speed it up. What you gonna do now? And so it's like a callback for every episode. They're like, what you gonna do now? It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And it's like it's funny because it's like, should that be offensive or is it not offensive?
No, I don't.
It's not offensive. It's
I
just
really
funny.
don't think. Yeah.
What you gonna do now? Oh my god, we get Corey's podcast canceled.
No,
that's my goal. I was joking.
That ain't
That's nothing. It's an early podcast, early movie club.
That's just funny.
Oh yeah. What's gonna do now? Anyway.
But yeah.
What else is on your mind these days?
Shit, man. Just how to make a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it for me.
So like, when the streets gonna get a little Band-Aid too, man. Well, like, all right, let's talk about Corey's music world right now, because I'm really interested.
I made a song with Stevie recently. That's good.
I'm talking about solo Corey.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean,
is it produced?
Well, it'll be. Stevie is gonna do some vocals on it too, but
okay.
I think we'll probably just drop it as me, with Stevie, like a feature.
Gotcha.
But I'll probably start trying to make some shit with him here and there. Like, I don't know. I just every time I try to produce some shit now, like I just don't ever like shit, and I don't like, like I don't rap, so it's not like I can't really like just go like pull up beats like I used to. And then I went back to Splice a little bit, being like, all right, let me just pull up like just some melodies and just start playing some shit on that, and I could just add to some shit, like even if I just take the bass melody, which I might start doing more of that.
Yeah.
But
you
it's
producing
just,
in GarageBand?
What?
Are you in GarageBand or Final Cut? Or Final Pro? Or what is
Logic.
it? Logic, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, GarageBand, bro.
Logic. Anyway.
I ain't used GarageBand since high school.
Hey, I had to double check. I mean, so like, I don't know, producing's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I figured you was making beats because you got the fancy synthesizer,
That thing, right? I need like a MIDI cord to hook it up to use it, and that one's like a little bit more like, I bought that knowing that it wasn't gonna be like
trying to sell it.
No, I'm not trying to sell it, but I bought it knowing it wasn't gonna be like the quickest learner, and like it wasn't gonna be like it's supposed to teach me more about synths because it's a raw ass sound.
Yeah, I know what it is.
You know what I mean? And you have to like completely tweak that one manually.
Yeah, you gotta patch it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a little bit. That one's a little bit more learning curve, and I just haven't taken. I've sat down with it like twice and like learned a few. And like fucked with it a little bit.
If you used Reason, you'd be able to use that patch bay because that's the back of the Reason. Like Reason 5, where you hit tab and you go to the back and you patch. I don't know if you ever seen it or like seen me produce with it, but that's like that's how you set up like mixes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like put special effects on shit.
Yeah.
Is through the patch bay. And it like gets you familiar with like analog shit.
That's basically the reason I got it, is just to like make myself have to learn that shit to be able to use that.
Yeah.
But I just haven't sat enough with it yet. I just only played with it.
I feel that. This beat making is time consuming now. I haven't made a beat in 2 years.
Yeah.
I haven't made one. I mean, I was producing during COVID. But yeah, it's like, I want to say it's because, like, partially I want to get out of Reason as a DAW. Like, I fuck with Reason, but there's a lot of things I don't like about it. Like, I feel like they skew it to be for people that do primarily dance music, I feel like. I mean, that's what Ableton was for. It's for DJs and dance music. Like, it's like FL, I feel like accidentally started to care about the hip hop community.
Yeah, FL's just so amazing for drums and
Yeah.
sampling. I feel like Ableton is pretty good with sampling too. You know,
Yeah.
like I think Logic is like the worst for sampling.
Yeah.
I think Logic works really well as far as like tracking instruments at a like low level. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel that. I feel like nothing like really. None of these programs are ever really trying to like cater to like hip hop at all at any point. Like they accidentally did.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Well, it's just hip hop is gravitated towards each one for different things.
Yeah. I mean, hip hop is all genres blended up.
Yeah,
But it's like they never like make stuff like Reason doesn't have a way for you to like make an 808 from scratch. FL literally has an 808 from scratch plugin that is like what everybody uses from amateur to the top in the industry and shit.
yeah.
Ableton has like an 808 creator, but you gotta like patch a bunch of shit into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like obviously like it is what it is, but it's just like I don't know. I wish shit was more catered, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, Little Band-Aid too, man. When the streets gonna get it.
I mean, I got a whole album of shit, but if before I would put that out, I need to like I would want to make like just a few more records to like, and just kind of like spice it up a bit. You know what I mean? But I have about like 9 records that like, that I love that I that are at a good spot. But I gotta like kind of like redo them all. Like I need to like reproduce like a few. Like most of them. Like.
Yeah.
It's just stuff that was never like fully fleshed out, you know what I mean? That like I just like wrote songs to.
Yeah.
So just where I'm at now, like I'd like I'd need to take the time to like, almost like track them out instrumentally, you know what I mean? And like, so I have that, I have that album, and whenever I get like, like honestly, like if I had one song that like, just really I felt like added to those. Like I could just do that, and that's 10 records, and I like that'd be enough for me to like want to like work on it.
Is it the amount of records or is it the length of like, you know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes you can make a perfect project in 5 songs.
No, it's the fact that they're all old now, and like I just want one new record to go with it to like and I know if I make one record that I'm like, oh, this is for this album, like I'll make 2 more that like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll make 2 more quick. You know what I mean? The second I'm like back like being like, oh yeah, this works with this, and it's just like I don't know, everything I make, even like in the last like year or two, like the only good things I've made just haven't been for that, and it's very rare that I like find something that I just actually like, or that I make something that I actually like, and when I do try to work on it, like I understand making music as a sport, and I also understand like feeling it. And like not being in the what I mean? I understand both of them well. Like sometimes I'll just force myself and I'll just make shit, even if I don't like it, whatever. I'll just make it, and I can do that.
Yeah.
But I also like, in order to like, in order to like really feel like, I don't know. I just gotta, in order to really feel like ready to drop it, I gotta like really like it. And
No, that's real. I mean, I think feeling it and.
So I have plenty of records that I like and I'd be ready to drop, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to just do this as a single. Like, this makes sense for this album. But I do have some songs that I'd like to drop as singles, that like aren't fleshed out yet enough. Like, so I have like 2 of them that like I have a bunch of songs that I think about just like, okay, this is my next single, and then I like kind of get off of it, and then I'll be like, oh no, I'll just drop this. And but I have like I have like 4 or 5 records that like I might like work on and. But it's just, I don't know. I just don't really. I don't know. It's just not a necessity to me right now. I don't know.
Releasing music or making it?
Making it.
Word.
And releasing it, I guess.
Word.
I don't know. I mean, I always feel like it's a necessity to release it, kind of. That's why I do still have these things in my head of like, oh yeah, this is gonna come out at some point. But like,
do you feel like it's because, I mean, obviously you got the podcast going, you know what I'm saying, and you want to see the podcast flourish rather than the music, or more than the music, I guess.
In
a weird way.
No, but I think I realistically see like a better a better ladder with podcasting. Like I can see like the next steps.
Yeah.
You know, music sometimes it's hard to see your next step. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
it's tiring. Like you like.
Yeah.
Also, like I think music to me is like shackles. You know, I hate to say it, but it's like shackles. Like imagine, you know, Don't Care took off and you had to do Don't Care for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
That's shackles.
Yeah.
Creative shackles. You can see why Brockhampton didn't continue.
Yeah.
You know, or I mean, there's a billion bands that have like dropped off, you know, and quit recently or in the last 10 years.
Yeah, or even solo artists, you
Or
know,
solo
that just
artists, yeah.
you know, that didn't necessarily want to do that, you know what I mean? And like 'cause
'Cause,
that's the
like,
other thing. It's like, yeah, there's so many rules to the business shit that's just like a crazy, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, if you have one like hit record, like, and you sign a deal, like you're not even like allowed to make like shit out of that genre anymore. Like out of that tempo. Like, you know, like there's some people that literally can't release songs like out of like a certain genre of their shit, you know, like
Like even if you look at it like this too, there's artists that a lot of artists that become successful even like moderately, and they sign these Live Nation deals and they can't even do a show in their own neighborhood.
Yeah.
That they grew up in.
Yeah.
For their friends and family.
Yeah. Yeah, unless
like
they
their
have
neighborhood.
Unless they have the right view count in that specific area.
I've literally gotten shows from recommended by Tef Poe, you know. But I remember there's like a Martin London dude from Chicago. I don't know if you remember that show at Atomic Cowboy, where he was like he pretty much just this artist from Chicago got like a bunch of money to like go on a tour around the country, and did one at Atomic Cowboy. Nobody showed up because the promotion was buns, but pretty much me and Najee got on the show because a bunch of artists in St. Louis recommended us that he wanted on the show to bring out people, and they had Ticketmaster deals, you know, and it's like, it's just, I don't know, it's shackles, you know what I'm saying? Like getting signed isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah.
You know?
That is the beauty about nowadays too, more that I feel like you don't have to like necessarily do that. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like people can make like, you know, money and, you know, even to like self-fund their own tours, you know what I mean? Without ever having to sign shit, you know? Like, I don't know. There's just so many people that are like doing something that have like no like really no foundation behind them too, but they like have their songs work.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that's kind of nice that like, you know, that's one way, or the opposite, you know, like, or you get one song that works and then you sign that away and then you kind of like flip into the person that's not really doing it on their own anymore and you get that promotion. I don't know.
Facts. I mean, like, I don't know. I think I'd rather have like a fan base of like a bunch of like, I'd rather have a solid 10,000 fans, you know what I'm saying, that I've built on my own that I can tap into whenever I want. You know? Yeah. But obviously with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah. You know, and you don't just you don't just get that to be able to tap into without consistent work and effort. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing 100 movie clubs, doing 1,000 movie clubs, you know. There's this famous like these comic book like writers, but they're also like kind of like review like video games and stuff like that. But they're called Penny Arcade. You should look them up, pretty tight. But they've been around since like early 2000s on like the internet shit, making content. And they for like 10 years they just pounded the ground, just like pennyarcade.com, just putting out like reviews and content, and eventually got like funded. You know what I'm saying, to do bigger shit.
See, I see people. Yeah, when I saw when No Way Home came out, and I saw a YouTube account with 1,000 subscribers interviewing Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jacob. Yeah, I said, what the fuck?
What am I doing?
Yeah, I said, what the fuck? I was like, how do I get into this? You know what I mean? And then that's just when I told myself I got to get 1,000 subscribers. And I'm like, that's not hard.
That's
I'm
when
like,
you started thinking alternative about your creative world, right?
Yeah, and but it's nice to have like those smaller steps and like those visible like, oh, I got to hit 1,000 subscribers because this YouTube hit 1,000 subscribers and they got to interview them. So how can I'm like, oh, I got to hit 1,000. And I do research about like these press events, and I still don't understand how to like get a part of it, but like
you need a Corey@movieclub.com email.
Yeah, but
No,
I mean,
that's
but
what you
it's
need.
but I mean, I've gotten myself into not thousands, but I've gotten myself into 100 to 200 concerts on my own independently as a press photographer, right?
Yeah.
And I cannot find any emails that like even remotely like could lead you to these press things. Like it's just there's one little opening I got into the press world of photography, and it opened up everything for me. You know what I mean? And then, so I still haven't found that one little opening into just the one right press email to get me into that, but I think I know some ways to maybe like skip around and maybe, go on a local level, because I do want to get to where it's like Wednesday nights we're at the press screenings, on a local level. There's local screenings of movies for local journalists, stuff like that. It's like I think Movie Club could get into those easily, and that just opens the door right there, and I think that would potentially open it up, and especially if we're the only ones doing more YouTube-y shit, like around here on a movie media level, like I don't know. I think I could figure that out. Even with this movie, I saw like people with like 2,000 subscribers interviewing James Gunn and shit, and I'm like, shit, we need that. But that's when the YouTube world opened up to me, and started trying to do more clips and shit.
Stuff like that. I mean, all right, like the number is arbitrary to like what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
There could be 8 separate reasons why they got that interview. It could be they knew some, like it could be they like went to school and knew somebody in like the journalism world or something like that, and like were able to get in the event space, or they had been grinding, putting out a lot of content, or they just got really strategic about where to find the people that,
But I guess the real thing is, that the numbers don't matter.
Yeah,
that's the real takeaway from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though I say I want to, I just need to get to 1,000. That's just what I think is just like a good baseline. I don't think is that hard. You know what I mean? It's just like a separate little mini goal. You know what I mean? And like, that's my goal too, is to like, like drop the Patreon at 1,000 subscribers. It's just like a little mini goal to shoot for. And it'll take time, but
I mean, I honestly, what I would do personally is I would just get on LinkedIn and find people that have like, I don't know, find somebody that runs like a director at a media company or something like that, and like, start, what I'm saying, so just start moving differently, what I'm saying, as far as like Movie Club goes, like getting like amping up like the professionalism of it, like on the business end and shit, because like,
bro, you come on here and make chaos on our podcast and then tell me to act professional.
What do you mean cause chaos, bro?
Me and Stevie
you can't shit on me, bro. I get shit done on the end before the win.
I can't make professional clips off of our podcast,
bro. I'm gonna shut up because I'm 100% right, and I'm gonna let you.
No, I agree, bro. Me and Stevie like very much so like switched up and like went into like a full like to where this is my thing, even just on a YouTube level, right? Like this is my goal, and I've hit it a bunch of weeks and I've failed a bunch of weeks too, and I haven't been doing clips at all the last few weeks, but it's just getting, making sure the podcast makes enough content to make a bunch of little YouTube videos where it's like, TV Club's its own thing, a 15-minute video where we just update weekly TV shit. You know what I mean? I can put Ted Lasso and Swarm and Abbott Elementary on the thumbnail. You know what I mean? And I can, and then and then we do whatever movie might be in theaters that isn't even on our list. And then our movie for the week is an old movie. So it's like Monday is the episode, Tuesday is TV Club, Wednesday is random clip, Thursday's movie review, Friday is another random clip. If I can even pull another random clip out of Saturday, good. Skip Sunday, back on it. Yeah. Monday, blah, blah, blah. That's a clip a day. You know what I mean? That's a video a day. And
I think that's not where I was going with it.
Yeah.
I was on a whole different wave. But I think now, if you want Movie Club to be, if you feel like I've blown up stuff on here.
No. I'm just joking. But I'm just saying come
on. What, like if you feel like, cause obviously me and Robin said some wild shit on the podcast. But I feel like you got enough episodes now that you go back and delete those, because at one point you were uploading them for the sake of doing it, not like with a business goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I know like it would be like, you're like, we're on episode 104 You can keep counting them and like still delete the ones that need to be deleted, because I feel like, like there's an intention behind what exists on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Outside of like the crazy episodes. You know what I'm saying? Where like we didn't even focus enough on the movie. And then like from there, I mean, all the other business stuff behind it. That's up to you. But I think that could be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is like I like the podcast for what it is. You know what I mean? Like I want to do the podcast. The podcast is what started this. You know what I mean? But there's also part of me that like sees value in the YouTube world. So this is my way right now of making the podcast into YouTube videos as well as being a weekly podcast that we just record once. It's a way to make 5 videos. You know what I mean? It's a way I can do like. When Atlanta ends and we talk about the whole Atlanta season finale or like the whole series ending, when Ted Lasso ends and we do our big Ted Lasso discussion, like that's a Ted Lasso breakdown video right there. You know what I mean? So like the only reason I was just joking about you being like chaos on the episode was just like, I've just like,
had Rob have had our moments.
Well, no, but just having like almost a boring structure to the pod of like being like, okay, we're gonna talk about this for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna switch to something else and talk about that for 15 minutes, and not just really get into some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I like the podcast for being able to let it do whatever it does. But I also want to utilize YouTube, and having a Ted Lasso clip where I have to cut out like, you know what I mean, like. The random jump offs into you know what I mean, AI or whatever, you know what I mean, and then we go back to it 20 minutes later, like that's hard, you know what I mean. So that's the only thing I'd say that me and Stevie have just like found a way to do like on our own, is just like keep things quick, and then also those are like good YouTube clips in a sense rather than like a good podcast discussion. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I like, so I've been in this boat lately where it's like, I even started filming some content like just for YouTube, but it was for Last of Us, and it was just a bitch to get behind the copyright shit of using clips of it. But I thought about doing like consistent review and breakdowns on my own of YouTube. You know what I mean? Just to do that more like consistent YouTube world. And all that is still different from like what you're suggesting too, as far as like reaching out to the right people on LinkedIn, you know what I mean, to be able to land those interviews and stuff. But I do just want to have like a solid foundation of what the YouTube and the podcast is, I mean, and have a consistent like, because I still can't keep up with it all the time, like. So I don't know.
I mean, what's in my brain is like the tip of the iceberg. It's just like. I mean, like, as far as, like, just, like, what Movie Club is, and, like, this might be boring for a listenership. Like, even this topic, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to really continue this.
Bro, we talked about, like, TikTok for, like, 40 minutes last episode.
Yeah, but now, hear what I'm saying, though. Like, honestly, if I'm on the podcast, then we should be talking about strictly, like, movies and shit, like, the movie at hand. Because it does take away from what you're trying to accomplish. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know, when I do shit, I'm very targeted. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wasn't targeted, then I'll be rapping about guns and shit all over my shit, and rapping about ops and Dracos and whatnot. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because, like in reality, the possibilities of Movie Club, like with the concept that you have on your hand, if you did dial it in more, if you did like have like a written structure out and like a document, not like if you want to do, I'm not saying to do this stuff, I'm just saying like as Phonzz, how Phonzz operates, you know what I'm saying, what I would do is like have like an actual like written out structure and make people abide to it if they're on the podcast, because then you can go to like I know somebody right now that's on St. Louis Public Radio. They have their own like show about St. Louis, and it's like, like who says they wouldn't want to pick up like a Movie Club style podcast that has legs to go like national, right? And make it bigger than make like a real pillar in St. Louis on some radio shit, on podcast shit. That's an option, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just about imagining like the business development behind stuff and like the funding behind stuff, Yeah. But You know, it's hard.
Well, clearly that's not how my brain works, so I don't know.
I mean, I got a lot of ideas like that though.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It's your podcast, bro. We can end this here.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I just, I definitely try to, I think about ways to do this, and I have plans for how to change this and how to do that, you know what I mean? And I appreciate all help, but, I'm sorry it's not, as professional, as you would have made it, but like, I don't know.
No, I'm not.
Like,
saying.
I just be doing it, I just be trying to have fun. Like, this is
I'm saying, well, you said, like, I have, like, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been chaotic moments on the podcast that don't pertain to movies. And I agreed with you. Yeah. And I said that it would help with the business development of it to not have Phonzz doing that. And that's my bad. I should have took into account what it was, but I was just on here kicking it with the homies.
No, and that's the thing is, like, I've been fine with, like, letting this grow as it does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the podcast has changed so much, like literally so much. It started out with Nick and Ian, for 2 episodes, 3 episodes. And then I came to, and then they didn't want to do it. So I came to, I called you up and was like, hey, can you do this fucking podcast with me? And we did episode 4, It's changed so much. And I like that, you know what I mean? Like, literally, like, bringing you guys back for 100 was dope. And it was fun. And even, like my buddy at work who listened to it, like, said he was laughing his ass off and enjoyed it. And you know what I mean? Like, so, like, there's value in all of it. Like, I just ride the wave, you know what I mean? And I learn as I go and I adapt as I go and I'm trying new things as I go. And it's been in my head of, like, maybe there is a way of, like, changing it and making it more, like, professional. And me and Stevie have talked about this, you know what I mean? So that's why it's just, like, this is all stuff. And that's why even in this, I tried to say, like, I think about this stuff. And when it's time to change, it's time to change. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to any types of changes. You know what I mean? I just
just don't associate professional with boring and, like, not saying fuck on the podcast or saying not being chaotic, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, there's just certain things you can do to make it move differently. Is all, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't come to not being Corey, you're not being yourself.
And I learned those on the way, and I'm fine. You know what I mean? I just I don't know.
I'm just saying, when I'm vocalizing it, just don't make it seem like I'm trying to take away the DNA of what it is. That's
I don't think that at all. I'm just saying, like, when if you come on and say, like, oh, well, this is how I would do it, the Phonzz brain would, like, do it professionally and, like, like, write down ideas and have a list and think about how to grow it. That it can come off as a little bit like, you know what I mean? Like,
I just said what I said, man. It's just my opinion.
I know.
Don't get mad about it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, don't get mad about people's opinions, bro. Like, just let it fly off.
Bro, I'm literally just conversing with you, though.
I mean, too. I'm just being direct with you. like it's like the Phonzz brain isn't to come in and make you feel self-conscious about what it is. I'm just saying, like when I was like, yo, like, like Stevie be like, go to MOVIECLUB.com. You're like, we don't have a website. Like,
that's an ongoing joke we've been doing every episode.
I know that. I know it's a joke.
Yeah.
You don't need to get mad about it. I'm just saying, like, when I was like, yo, get a Corey at Movie Club thing, it'll, like, people react to it differently. And I was like, because people react to stuff on White at For the Win differently. How I have to move in life, man, socially as a black man, if I didn't have forthewin.com, nobody would respect me. If I hit people up off, Stefan314 at Gmail, people be like, I mean, that's cool, but, like, they're going to look at me as just a freelancer, And, like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and all I said is that I'm just learning along the way, and I'm trying new things along the way, and I didn't say no to any of that. You know what I mean? I said I agreed with all of that, and that I think about all that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I mean, like, but I don't know. You just I think you assume that I don't think about any of this stuff, and that, you know what I mean? Like, and that's where I'm coming off from.
Got you.
Like, I just
I got you.
Movie Club. This is it. This is the pod.
Yeah.
Beep. There's gonna be a big beep here somewhere.
Bro, don't keep any of that that awkwardness where you like movie club. Just
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be a beep somewhere here until it smooths out. Trust me. But shit, I mean,
it's gonna beep, but shit. You know, just
it's an hour 53. What else you want to talk about? You got anything on your mind?
Bro, I don't. I don't have anything on my mind.
Oh man. Well, besides all that, I do appreciate the feedback, and I do think about these things. So, I mean, you know, the pot will grow how it grows. You know what I mean? And it might turn into something different. It might not. You know what I mean? It might not be a thing in a year. You know what I mean? We'll see. You know what I mean? But
by all means, just be and do you. Don't do anything that you feel like.
That's what I do.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, just because I vocalize what I said, don't feel like it's like I'm saying it because you're not like. I know you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what you're doing and what you're not doing. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't. It's not up to me. Like I'm not saying it like go do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like I don't know. This is what I would do. This if Movie Club moved like this is a world where Movie Club like you know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? It's a different universe. And I'm seeing Movie Club like this. If I did it like that, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't you know what I'm saying? Don't think like I'm like, man, you're not doing it like this, man. Like, you need to get your shit together, like, because, bro, you your own man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you should start with. So
in
a different universe, I could see something happen like this. You should start with that, not end with it.
It was hypothetical, man, because you don't like it's your stuff. It's your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's your stuff. At the end of the day, it's people that want me to release music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah, in a perfect world, Phonzz drops songs and stops bitching about fucking not being the biggest rapper in the world.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like
that's all I'm saying. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you give me shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
No. I've heard it a million times. You know, it's
drop a song.
Man, watch, you don't see a
drop
song.
A song on MOVIECLUB.com.
You're a wild dude. You're a wild dude.
Well, we got into the little Curry Phonzz thing. Yes, we did it. Somehow we did it.
This is a setup.
Stevie, I know you're laughing your ass off. You're happy right now. If
Guess
anybody
what?
else is watching, if anybody watching,
I controlled the fire though. Who agrees? Who agrees?
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
What do you mean by that?
Controlled the
You
fire.
tried to start the fire.
I did definitely not. Stevie's gonna agree that I definitely tried to control the fire
Stevie,
best I could.
Come back next week. Tell us how you feel. Tell us.
Stevie's gonna watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to discuss this next week.
We're gonna have a Stevie review of the Phonzz and Corey podcast.
Oh man.
He's gonna be like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So this is what happens when you're in Nashville.
Stevie's gonna be like, well, you guys are both right.
Yeah. He's like, I see where Phonzz is coming from, and I see where Corey's coming from.
Oh
and,
man. He's like, you know, you guys both made some good points.
But all right, a big part of my argument is that I did agree too, and that I just do think about those things.
I think,
I never disagreed. That's the other
I
thing.
think we're both saying the same thing, two different ways.
Yeah.
And Stevie's gonna see that and be like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
That's what we always do, Phonzz.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. You know,
Yeah.
I just, you know,
It's life. That's life.
It's life, you know.
Yeah. But I appreciate it, and it, you know, and it don't turn bad. You know what I mean? This is all in good
It was
fun.
a controlled fire, like I said.
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
It was in a barbecue pit, you know.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
This is what ex-roommates and best people who've been best friends forever, and that's what they do.
That's what you get right here. You get bickering.
Yeah.
On a podcast.
You damn near like a brother, so it's like
That's what we do. It's gonna be a funny episode.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's so many fucking like. Yeah.
It was a good episode though.
It's
Yeah,
2 hours.
like
It's 2 hours. Yeah,
and all this happened at the end, which is good. It's not like it started and then like you know what I mean, and then it's like, all right, now Guardians.
Yeah, it's funny as shit.
But yeah,
It was enough Guardians talk. I think Stevie had mentioned something about Guardians. He wanted to say, let me read it real quick. He said, "Sorry for the chaos. Thanks for calling in. Was going to mention that when Groot said, 'I love you guys,' it wasn't because he actually said it, but because we finally were in on what he's saying when Groot says, 'I am Groot.'"
Yeah.
Yeah. I meant to ask if
Our theater did not care about that moment at all. The whole theater the other night gasped whenever theater said, "I love you guys."
Yeah, no.
Like, everyone was like, "Oh!" Like,
our theater was like, all right, like it was all their second time seeing it or something.
yeah, our theater did not care about much.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very casual like movie watching crowd.
The other night it was just a packed theater, and it was just everyone was laughing. Everyone was laughing too much,
Really?
like a little bit too much. And then like there was just one thing that I thought was so funny. Whenever they go to Counter Earth, and there's like the drug dealer octopus like selling drugs to little kids. And they're like, "Wait, this is the perfect society?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then like later on, he's like talking to the villain, and he's like, "Dude, you got meth head octopuses selling fucking selling shit to little kids, and you call it the perfect society?" And like I just thought that was so funny. Like,
That's
but
awful.
nobody laughed at the first theater. Even they were laughing at like everything. And
Yeah.
gotta love a crack or a
I feel like they definitely missed some laughs at when we just saw it.
No, definitely.
So stuff I thought was hilarious, and everybody was like silent. I'm like, I don't want to be the only person laughing.
No, I like being the only person laughing. I think it's funny.
Yeah, see, I'm good. And then Stevie also said, last thing, meant to ask if you all thought if MCU would ever have a trilogy that reached Guardians or Spider-Man height. Because it's a lot of, I mean, I feel like they're never going to end the MCU because it makes so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Like,
you can just restart at a certain point.
It can, or it can go the next 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
And, your kids have Marvel movies to watch, or they just keep remaking stuff, and the world grows, the universe grows.
I think after Secret Wars, they just might, like, reset it, mostly. You know what I mean? They might keep some people, you know what I mean? And then just have, like, a new Iron Man come in, and a new, you know what I mean? And a new Thor, like...
That's the thing with, like, the multiverse thing that I feel like movie companies didn't realize was that if they make these giant storylines for movies and they go 15, 20 years strong and characters grow older and change and don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Things happen. Like, when are you going to hit a reset button? I don't think anybody thought about the reset button, which is the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, think about the way they introduced Spider-Man into Civil War. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When they're like, "Oh, I know a dude from Queens." You know what I mean? Or like from Brooklyn or something. You know what I mean? And they like go. Then it goes to New York, and then it's like in the apartment, and then you realize like, holy shit, this is Peter Parker right here. Like, and the mom's like, "Peter, someone's here to see you," and it's like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Then you're like, holy shit, like they just casually introduced Spider-Man that way. You know what I mean? Like they could easily, you know what I mean? Even if they reset and they just start with Fantastic Four, like, or they never use X-Men in this like variation of it, really.
Yeah.
And they just start with like Wolverine, like the new Wolverine movie.
Yeah, they easily could.
They go from Iron Man 1, but with Wolverine. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh shit, here's Nick Fury as well. You know what I mean? Oh shit, here's fucking Black Panther. Oh shit, like here's. Whatever, I
feel like that's why we haven't got an X-Men movie yet. Is because they know that it's too massive. It's like trying to do a Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and Avengers.
Well, they didn't own it. They can.
Oh yeah, they didn't own it.
They can't even use X-Men until 2025.
Oh yeah, that's why they're doing Fantastic Four now, probably because they can.
Fantastic Four is 2025. They're writing and developing. You know what I mean? But they can't. They can't put out anything because of their Fox deal, but Disney bought Fox like 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, and
it's perfect. Then they can just keep developing.
Yeah. So it comes at a good time where they're gonna do Secret Wars in 4 or 5 years, and that can be a huge reset on everything. Like, they can just kill off everybody in Secret Wars and then just start in a new universe, or not kill off everybody and just send everybody off and.
Yeah, they can say a black hole ate Earth or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I
feel like that's how they get away with stuff in Marvel. They bring in once they start bringing in the universe, it's about to end. But man, we're at 2 hours, so.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd do 2 hours.
Me neither.
Can't believe Banana hasn't done anything.
He chilling.
Slump on the bed. But yeah.
Movie club.
So did you enjoy Guardians at least?
Yeah, it was good. I think it was the most enjoyable Marvel movie I've seen in a minute.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Last one I saw was
Yeah, I brought my girlfriend who does not like Marvel, and she liked it. So I'm like,
Really?
that's a win right there.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the last thing I saw in theaters that was Marvel was Far From Home.
really?
Yeah.
You never saw Strange?
Oh yeah, Strange. Actually,
I was gonna say, didn't it mean you see Strange?
Yeah.
Or was it my tripping?
no, I think we went
Okay.
and saw it. Yeah, I think you saw it a second time.
Yeah.
That Doctor Strange 2 was actually. One
I
of my
like
favorite.
Strange a lot.
Yeah.
The Strange was fun in theater. Him flying, like him taking over the body of a zombie, like having zombie Strange. Like, I haven't rewatched that movie since I saw it. Like probably last time with you. Like I saw it twice or maybe 3 times in theaters, but I haven't rewatched it. That might be a good one to rewatch.
Yeah, that's a banger. They don't miss with Doctor Strange.
People hated on that one, but I'm like, yo, this one was great. People like expected people because it was Multiverse of Madness, so people expected it to be like there to be like hundreds of strangers and shit. Like I don't know, but I'm like, you guys got like 7 strangers in the movie, damn near. Like, what more did you want? Like,
I want to say the Doctor Strange movie has the most intense CGI out of all the Marvel movies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's crazy to say, but I feel like
No,
there's
it
a
might
lot
be.
going on.
It might be.
He jumped through like all the universes in that one. You know, like
yeah. And then they did have like that whole John Krasinski as Fantastic Four. They had X-Men in that.
Yeah.
They can use that's why the only X-Men people they've brought back have been them playing their X-Men characters. They used Evan Peters in WandaVision and then the dude in Doctor Strange. Yeah. But those characters have their contracts went over with the buyout and they have to play those characters until 2025.
I mean, I feel like people prefer that.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's why they're getting away with Deadpool 3 too. Now that I think about it.
I mean, Halle Berry's still like young looking. She could easily jump in and play Storm again. Like,
people wanted Beyonce to be the new Storm.
That'd be tight.
Yeah,
that'd be tight. Or they probably throw in. I mean, there's a billion people to choose from for Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, I'm a DC fan now. Fuck it. I'm ready for.
When's the ops?
I'm ready for the new DC slate.
It's gonna be tight.
James Gunn writing a Superman movie.
He might put DC ahead of the MCU.
Yeah.
Story wise, or as a series.
Yeah, he gonna try.
We'll see though.
Yeah.
All right.
But all right, bro. Been a good pod.
Yeah.
Oh man, so it's Stevie's pick next week because he was supposed to pick this week.
Was he?
So I don't even know what we're gonna watch next week. Stevie, you gotta let us know. Text us, bro. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you, anyone, for listening. And remember, we got the Ant-Man poster we're going to give away. So subscribe, comment, do all that shit, and we'll send you a poster. All righty, y'all take it easy.
What do you mean by that?
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
Oh, shit.